I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up.
She just discovered his betrayal, but his revenge will destroy her. The study room pulsed with moonlight and rage. Tolu stood frozen, her designer blouse crumpled, gold hoops glinting like knives. Then, "You lied to me." Her voice, colder than the air conditioner, blasting through the room. "It was necessary. You are not the man I thought you were." "And you are?" What does he have? The answer will ruin her. Watch now before the truth explodes. Want more shock? This scene goes viral at 2:37. Wait for it. Tolulope returns from abroad to Nigeria at the request of her father. She enters the airport wearing the latest fashionable clothes, sporting a $5,000 handbag and the latest Louis Vuitton low-button heels of $10,000. Even her fashion eyeglasses cost thousands of dollars. A fashion queen, Tolulope is known for spending an outrageous amount of money on her fashion items. And now that she's back in her home country, Nigeria, she has plans to expand the fashion brand she recently established, dedicated to selling luxury items only to the rich to make a statement. Her bodyguards and men surround her, making sure she's safe and removing any obstacle on her way as she walks down the airport. Her phone rings. It's her dad. "Hello, Daddy. I will soon be at the office. Just let me branch at the Dennis store. I heard they now have the latest collection of their emerald necklaces." "Do you have to buy them now? Why don't you just come down to the office? I must see you." "Daddy, I know how important business is, but I need to do this. I heard that the daughter of the Adeyemis has her eyes set on that emerald necklace too. I can't let her have it, Dad." "Okay, do as you like." Tolulope's dad will do anything for her, including indulging her extravagances. He is not happy she is spending so much money, but what will he do? She is his only daughter. They end the call and Tolulope drives down to the store to get her necklace, but surprisingly, her card declined. "Madam, your card shows insufficient funds. Do you have another card I can use to pay for it?" "Maybe you get another card where I fit use cash the money." "What? How dare you? You'd better check your machine well. It must be from there. How could my card show insufficient funds? That's impossible. Use it again. This is my main card." Tolulope's extravagant spending has caused her to have little funds. She spends money like water. She believes their money can never finish, so she's shocked that her card declines due to insufficient funds. She would rather believe the cashier is in the wrong than believe that maybe she spends too much. The cashier reluctantly tries it again, but it shows the same thing. She keeps trying and trying, but it still declines. By now, Tolulope is very embarrassed. "Auntie, the money no dey go." must be behind this. Is he angry that I didn't come to the office straight? Alright, fine. I will. She storms out of the store in fury, while people snicker and mock her behind her back. Tolulope's father takes her around the company to see and learn more about it, since he will soon be retiring. Tolulope is excited about this. Her father has been preparing her whole life for this. It's her destiny. Tolulope walks with her father and points and asks questions. The workers do not seem happy. Some give Tolulope dirty looks, while the others ignore her. Tolulope notices it and is confused, but then dismisses it and continues. Tolulope does not take a hint from the workers' attitude. It is obvious they are not happy about something, but Tolulope does not come down from her high horse to find out. She does not put her future workers' consideration into mind because she doesn't care. This is the first step in the downfall of a business. She is forgetting that it is the workers that make the company. It is the people that make a kingdom. Her dad brings her to an office and gives her a task. She sits down and starts doing it. Tolulope is in her office late at night, working on some important documents. She has to finish it before she goes home for the night. She checks the time. It is 10:30. She is the only one left in the office. Tolulope is left alone in the office to work on their files. Her father's assistant, Dauda, enters. Madam, don't you think it's a bit late already? The board meeting with the shareholders is held tomorrow, and you have to have a good night's rest for things to go smoothly. Your dad will be introducing you to them tomorrow. It's fine. I'll soon be done. It's because of that same meeting that I have to finish up on time. But madam, you will soon become the CEO of this company. You shouldn't be working this hard. You could have had me or anyone do this work instead of doing it yourself. No, I prefer to do this myself. I have to prove to my dad that I can handle this company. But how can I leave you, ma? I have to make sure you get home safely and the office is in perfect order after your departure. You don't have to go home with me today, Dauda. My bodyguards are there to ensure I get home safe. You should be more worried about your safety than mine, so you should go. Are you really okay with that, madam? Yes, go home. Thank you very much, ma. The next morning, Tolulope gets out of bed as fast as she can, takes her bath, and dresses up for work. She then drives to her office just in time for the board meeting to start. Her father and the other board of directors are there. They seem to be in a heated discussion, but stop and all stare at her when she enters. The day Tolulope had been waiting for has arrived. Her father introduces her to the board. And this is my lovely, intelligent daughter, who just came from abroad. I purchased a large number of our shares so she could join the board of directors. She is very capable, and I'm sure her contributions will be very useful since she's studying in a business school abroad and would surely have new and current ideas. After I retire, she will be the next CEO. Stop flattering me, Dad. Of course, I know I'm capable, but you don't have to brag so much about it. I'm sure your father is very proud of you. I would be proud and brag a lot too if I had such a capable daughter. You must have had some work experience in companies too, right? Well, she hasn't worked anywhere yet. Really? How then will you know she is very capable? Does experience matter? After all, she went to the most prestigious business school overseas and was the best graduating student among her peers. Surely, she doesn't need experience. Of course she does. You are a businessman, Alabi, and you know that being inexperienced in this field of work has its downside. What's downside? She'll be fine, Joe. Just because she's inexperienced doesn't mean she can't handle this company. And why do you believe that? Because I say so. Here we go again, Alabi. You never bring a strong argument to support your claim. You might be the CEO of this company, but you must also answer to us. Isn't she also the daughter who spent extravagantly? The last profits we made from that business venture we did, didn't CEO Alabi spend it all on her new fashion brand? And so what? My fashion brand might not have gotten so much profit, but it will surely do. I just need more luxury items to make the business popular. Let me guess. From the company's funds, right? Let's all calm down, everyone. My daughter just came back. She does not know how our company works yet. That's why she will be a director to learn. And I will personally teach her. The board members look doubtful, but do not say anything after. Few weeks later, after joining the company's board of directors, Tolulope attends a meeting and hates it. Tolulope storms out angrily out of the meeting room, visibly upset and annoyed about something. She enters his office and summons her new secretary, Bisola. Not seeing Tolulope so mad, she stammers. Is there something you want me to do for you, ma? Yes, I want you to call Miss Amaka to meet me in my office this instant. Yes, ma. What nonsense! That brat just challenged my authority in front of everyone. And to think that she just became a board director last year. I said we need to increase the price of our product, and that girl had the nerve to tell me that I am clueless. Clueless? In front of the board of directors? And what's worse is that all the boards of directors supported her. I'm the daughter, I'm the future head. Aren't they supposed to support me instead? Amaka comes in a few moments later with nonchalance. What did you call me to your office for? You! What was the meaning of that stupid stunt you pulled at the board meeting today? What stunt? Don't you dare act smart with me. Why were you challenging my opinions all through today? Really? What do you mean by really? Are you trying to tell me that you really didn't know? Or do you just want to pretend? Just because I added a few points and gave my candid opinion? opinion. You just became a board member. Normally, you can't just become one without having experience, even if you had the money to buy the company shares. But because you are the daughter of my father's friend, Dad decided to pull some strings and make you one. Why then are you making me regret my decision? You're making a big deal out of this. It isn't that serious. I only added my own opinions, which I believe are better than yours. I went to the best business school in the world, you know. And so what? Does that make you a talented businesswoman? What do you even know about business except the theory aspect? I have actively been in business since my teenage years. I have a business of my own that's booming. Do you even know what your extravagant lifestyles has caused this company? Your dad even had to take out loans in the company's name for your sake. Now we are trying to salvage the company, and you want to come to ruin it? If not because you be Oga Pikin, who go make you CEO before? How dare you? I am not saying you shouldn't give your opinion on things regarding the company. After all, you're part of the board. I just want you to tone it down till I'm CEO, okay? What if my opinion is a good one that will increase the company's sales to the highest? What if my ideas are only going to better the company and increase our profits? Then prepare to face the consequences when I become CEO. That's if there's a company left by that time. What? What do you mean? Nothing. Good luck. Amaka exists, still laughing, until Lope continues walking. The room is dimly lit, lined with leather-bound books and portraits of grim-faced ancestors. Two men stand near a bar cart, voices low but urgent. Lope's uncle, Richard, and her father discuss the state of the company. Things are not going well in the company, but Alabi does not want his daughter to know. But things have gotten so bad, they can't keep it to themselves again. We are bleeding money, Alabi. The new resort deal flopped. The investors are backing out, and your daughter's little fashion brand has gone through $500,000 with zero return. Do you think I don't know that? God, I told her to slow down, but she's used to luxury. I made her that way. You didn't just spoil her, you shielded her. Now she's back and thinks she's stepping into a golden throne. She's walking into a battlefield. It's not just her. My spending, the expansion, it was reckless. I thought we'd bounce back. We always do. The door creaks open. Lope enters, elegant, proud, and used to getting her way. She halts mid-step, eyes wide. What the hell are you talking about? You're telling Uncle Richard the company is going down the drain? That's my fashion brand? Your words was a waste? To Lope, you weren't supposed to hear. Clearly, because God forbid the heiress of Alderson Holdings be informed she's inheriting a sinking ship. Why are you just telling me this now? You are shouting. Keep your voice down. Don't tell me to keep my voice down. You told me to return to the country because you wanted me to start taking over from you. You said I was now ready, that it was time I took the reins. CEO, you said. My daughter will lead this company into the future. And you, of course, will. Lead what? A bankrupt empire? Is that why the board looked at me like I was some clueless brat? They know, don't they? We try to protect you. Don't you dare say that. You lied. You set me up to fail. How could you? Why not just tell me the truth? Because you wouldn't have come back. So what, Dad? You were just going to let me walk in blind like some puppets? You are not here to run the company, daughter. What? You were never meant to take over. Not yet. The real reason I asked you to come home was to get married. Excuse me? It's the only way to save this family. Our assets are stretched thin. The board's on edge. The banks are circling like vultures. But there's one chance to stabilize everything. A measure through marriage. Do you want to sell me off like some medieval princess? Don't be dramatic. This isn't a cage. It's a lifeline. The family we are aligning with is powerful. Old money. Connections everywhere. Once the engagement is public, our stock will surge. Confidence will return. Oh well, in that case, let me grab a veil and the contract. It's not ideal to Lope, but it is a solution, and frankly, the only one left. And what does this mystery groom think of all this? Is he thrilled to be battering with bankrupt royalty? He knows the terms. His family benefits from the publicity and the media buzz. He will be a power couple, more famous than ever. So it is a rich man, then? Yes, very. That's the only reason I'm saying yes. Because if this is the only way to save our name, then I'll do it. But don't expect me to smile about it. I'm not asking you to smile. I'm asking you to survive. You have power to Lope. And if you play your cards right, you will come out on top. I always do. Lope is at the crossroads. Marry a man she's never met before? Or face bankruptcy? What will she choose? She spins on her heels and walks out. Her father watches her go, his expression unreadable. She slams the door behind her, then paces. Anger rolls up her like heat waves. She grabs her phone, pulls up a search bar, and types, "Eligible billionaires in Lagos. Recent sightings." She scrolls, sees a photo of a striking man in a dark suit, surrounded by paparazzi. Let's hope you're not hideous. She tosses the phone on the bed and glares at her reflection. If this is my new kingdom, I'm not just going to survive, I'm going to own it. It's the day of Tolulope's wedding. The venue is a sterile, impersonal space. No flowers, no music, no guests. Just a clerk, a cheap bouquet, and a marriage contract waiting to be signed. Mia is obviously not happy about it, being used to an ostentatious lifestyle. Tolulope stands in a designer dress, far too extravagant for this setting. Her makeup is flawless. Her expression, cold fury. She is disappointed by the wedding. She expected and wanted something more extravagant than this. Her lips are pursed in annoyance, and she looks haughtily around at the wedding decorations. Pure disappointment on her face. Across from her, Obiora Peters, her soon-to-be husband, wears a plain navy suit, no tie, and an unreadable look on his face. Do you, Obiora Peters, take to Lope? Snaps. Can we skip the chat tricks? This isn't love. This is damage control. Obiora doesn't flinch, just offers her the pen. You're right. It's business. Sign it. She signs with a dramatic flourish, then tosses the pen on the table like it's burned her fingers. You may now, shake hands, I guess. They do. Briefly. No smiles. The newlyweds go to their new home. Their new home is shockingly modest. A simple bungalow, minimalist decor, no staff. Lope stands at the doorway, stunned. What the heck? It was bad enough that I had to drive here in that rusty car, and now I'm going to be living in this awful place? Let's just go inside to Lope. Where are the maids? The garage? Anything? You're not a princess anymore. Just Mrs. Peters. Welcome home. This is reality. She scoffs. This isn't home. This is a punishment. No, it's your second chance. Don't waste it. He disappears down the hall. She glares after him. Lope pokes at a sad-looking rice Obiora tossed together. He sits across from her, eating like nothing is wrong. Is this how he expects me to eat this rice? No chicken, no gizzard, no wine? Just drew a sorry fish and table water. God, what have I gotten myself into? My father made you rich with sterling contracts, and this is how you repay us? Do you want me to starve to death? What's with this bland meal? What's wrong with the meal? It's a homemade meal, made with homemade ingredients. We are not at a fancy restaurant. There is a need to save money. Oh, please. Save money? I thought you were a rich man. And didn't we merge? What about the sterling contracts? Your father made me regret every investment the minute he bought a gold-plated hot tub. You dey craze. It's the truth, dear. Your father is a financial illiterate. So what? Do you get to play savior now? Humiliate me with your middle class cosplay? I am not middle class, Lope. I'm disciplined. There's a difference. She laughs bitterly. You're a small-time financier with delusions of grandeur. We'll see. Lope lounges on the couch, scrolling through luxury sites. What's the ROI on a 3 million naira handbag? She glares up. It's called style. It's called liability. Do you want style or wealth? Have you ever thought of why you ended up marrying me? Can't you see it's because of your extravagance? She ignores him. He walks over and drops a small book in her lap. Start here. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Might help. Are you trying to reprogram me? No, I'm trying to save you from becoming your father. Obiora wants to teach Tolulope the benefits of being prudent in spendings and business. Tolulope thinks he's being ridiculous. Will she take his advice or continue to wallow in her ignorance? Tolulope lies awake, staring at the ceiling. Obiora sleeps on the couch outside their room. Her gaze drifts to the finance book on her nightstand. After a moment, she picks it up. Busts in, holding a binder. If the Sterling properties were refinanced under a shared equity model, they could. She stops. Obiora is on the phone. She waits. He looks up and ends the call. I'm listening. I know I used to scoff at all this, but I get it now. My family wasn't unlucky. We were ignorant. What's changed? You made me live it. The discomfort, the decisions, the grind. And for once, I didn't just throw money at a problem. I learned how to solve it. He watches her closely. You taught me how to think like an investor, like a builder. A quiet bit. Then maybe it's time you learned one last truth. Obiora stands up and goes outside. Obiora is now ready to tell the truth, to tell her his secrets, but she finds out about it first. She stumbles into his room and finds out the truth. Tolulope sees some files on the table and goes through them. Her eyes widened in surprise and confusion and shock. You lied to me. You deceived me. Why, Obiora? It was necessary. It was for your own good. Understand me, my love. Tolulope doesn't move. She doesn't respond. You're not like the others. I had to do it. You had to reach your full potential. You know that, right? Her fingers tighten on her arms. Her voice is quiet, almost hollow. What do you want from me, Obiora? His eyes flicker, caught between something sharp and something dark. Nothing. Just tell me I'm not wrong. She finally turns to face him, their gazes locking. What is it you want to hear? Eyes narrowing. Don't look at me that way, Tolulope. Tolulope angrily grabs the files on the desk and throws them at him. The files flutter in the air dramatically before landing on the floor. You are not the man I thought you were. Obiora's expression tightened. He walks towards her, slowly and menacing. She backs away until her back is against the wall and there is no escape from him. Obiora looks down at her with an intense gaze. And you are? What type of husband lies to his wife, Obiora? You are not broke. You are filthy rich. That's why my dad wanted you to marry me. Yes, it's true. Obiora opens a locked drawer and pulls out a folder. Slides it to her. She opens it. Peters, Equity Holdings. She flips through pages. Real estate assets, energy stocks, tech shares, private funds. This says you are worth 3 billion, close to 4. Compound interest, wild stuff. She stares at him, shocked. Why didn't you tell me you were rich? I never said I wasn't. I just didn't lead with it. You let me believe you were some budget savior with oatmeal and spreadsheets. Because if you married me for the money, we'd be divorced already. But if you stayed for the learning, the growth, then we've both won. She studies him, overwhelmed. So this whole thing was a test. It was a chance. You could have rejected it, but you didn't. I guess I passed. You did more than pass. You evolved. Tolulope is no longer who she was before. She had learned the true rules of business. With Obiora at her side helping and teaching her, Tolulope has successfully led her company out of bankruptcy. Her company is no longer failing. The company is holding an event for investors. Tolulope stands at a podium. Sleek black blazer. Confident tone. Wealth isn't a naira amount. It's a skill set. I used to think money meant spending. Now, I know it means building, owning, understanding. The crowd claps. And when you learn the language of money, you never go silent again. Tolulope and Obiora sit side by side, reviewing a property deal. So what next? Another asset, another empire, this time built together. They toast with sparkling wine. Partners, equals, in business, in marriage, in mindsets. And just like that, the girl who once mocked him now bows at his feet. But here's the real question. Would you have forgiven her after what she did? Drop yes or no in the comments. Want more jaw-dropping tales? Grab my free ebook, The Iron Mother's Shocking Choice, Love or Legacy, in my bio. Turn on notifications because next week's story, you don't want to miss it.